other three will get a little bit of a jump at the start. Benjamin Nelson will not jump.
Welcome everybody to the BMW of Ann Arbor 200 Go Fast Racing League Lazy Days K&N Series. Ooh, that's a mouthful. We are live from Michigan International Speedway. Going to be live up in the booth with Curtis Martin, usually the driver of the number 06 car. However, tonight he's with me in the booth. Curtis, you got a copy?
I do.
Got a fun race set tonight. Going to be a very hot track temp here at Michigan. Track temp well over 100 degrees at 107. You can take a look here. Winds 2 mile an hour out of the west. Not going to do much there. However, 107 degrees is your track temp here in Brooklyn. What do you expect?
With 107 track temp, I'm definitely expecting tires to be a huge factor in who's going to lead this race. And I could definitely see a lot of slipping and sliding out of turn 2.
I'm not very familiar with the K&N cars. Do these cars get loose on the longer runs, or does it tighten up?
These cars, in my experience, really tighten up.
Okay. We do expect long green flag runs here. It's Michigan. Usually we always have a long green flag set of runs anyway with Go Fast. Should be fun. We'll get a quick look at your results right now. Everybody in practice. Benjamin Nelson currently on top of the board. Should not be much of a surprise there. However, James Finn has been really fast in his practice as well. Todd Cray in at number 21 currently third. Fourth, Kyle Frame, Raymond Tollinen. You can also see Nate Anderson, Joe Burchett, Aaron Fowler, Landon Lacey, Kenton Crossland up in the top 10. A little bit further back, there is Derek the Wall wrecked guy once. My gosh. Pimpleton. John Morris is in 12th. The 13th goes to Thomas Jowers right now. Jeremy Rigney, Eric Mitch, Ryan Timmel, Eric Borelli, James Panoff, Dylan Vose, John Renato, your current top 20. Also, 21st, Jeff Smith, Skylar Allen, Lee Rigney. I got to get permission of Derek if we can switch what I was about to talk about, but I think it'll be okay if I go ahead and talk about it anyway. We come in here at Michigan as I look at the points right now. Oh, and I hit the wrong button. I actually closed out the points. I apologize. I will get them up and going. Hey, Sean, welcome in. If anybody is interested in joining the league, get in contact. If you're an asphalt racer, get in contact with GoFastRacing.us to join Go Fast Racing. You can look at the website. I will post it on the broadcast right now. That way you can have it as well. So we come in here into points. It's been a mix of races. This is race number, I believe, 9, I think, on the series. No, it's more than that. Race number 13 on the series. Last time we raced, last week at Pocono, we had 5 cautions for 18 laps, 60 laps total. Benjamin Nelson picked it up to win there. However, coming into the night, Todd Cray, currently your points leader, and Kyle Frame currently sitting second. Remember, they do not run a chase here in the K&N series, so Todd right now with a pretty comfortable lead. However, he's going to have some competition if he can stay up front, but we'll see here as the race goes on. Just looking a little bit further, just to let everybody know, we do got a race tomorrow night as well with the Go Fast Xfinity Series. That's going to be live from Michigan. It's going to be a fun race. I believe it's 102 laps, 94 laps tomorrow, the BMW of Ann Arbor 188. So, tonight's race, I thought it was 200 miles, but apparently I'm wrong. It's 150. So, 75 laps on tap. Curtis, who gets to win?
My pick for the win. I think this will be a night for Todd Cray. He's been looking good in practice and running some good laps. It'll just be a matter of if he can keep his tires at the same time.
I agree with that. I'm going to go with James Vann in the 60 to pick up the win. I know a lot of people don't like me picking him, but sorry. But I think James does have something for Benjamin. We'll just have to wait and see. We've got about 30 seconds left here in practice before we start open qualifying. Y'all got, excuse me. I'm eating Slim Jim. Alright, so just looking on the board right now. Benjamin's best lap is a 38.932. He is the only one in the session that currently has a 38. I don't think we're going to see him cut his speeds actually in the race. It should slow down by quite a bit, I would expect, wouldn't you?
I could definitely see the fast laps slowing down to 39.2 because these 38 laps are definitely these lone practice, possibly with a lot of toe laps, and it wouldn't be advisable to run a 38 during the race because your tires are going to be dead.
Low groove or high groove? Which do you prefer here?
On this track, I definitely like to run kind of in the middle, but on the higher side. That higher side gets a way better runoff, but if you go too high, you will hit the wall.
All right, so qualifying getting underway now. Watching the 39 of Kyle Frame coming out, driving the number 39 Wrangler car, kind of like a Dale Earnhardt senior / junior paint scheme. I remember junior running one time at Daytona. So we'll watch him. Good group field here, it looks like, tonight. There's a couple guys I'm a little concerned about, but we'll see. Derek Pemberton will be one of them. But here we go down the 3 backstretch here at Michigan International Speedway. You know, not only that, guys, we actually got a couple commercials for BMW of Ann Arbor. This is actually a cool sponsor to have since it is in Michigan, and that is the motor capital of the world, I guess you say. I don't think they make BMWs in Michigan, but still pretty cool. Do they make BMWs in Michigan?
It's actually something I'm not sure of.
I'm not sure either. I passed a BMW plant one time, but that was in Illinois. So we're watching Kyle Frame. He is on a green flag lap. Going down this long backstretch. You're going to see a lot of top speeds here. You can see him. He actually enters turn 3 at 190 miles an hour here in the K&N cars. We're going to see speeds faster than that tomorrow night. Here he comes working out of turn number 4 now, and he's carried already 185 going down this front stretch. We'll continue watching it, and wow, he was really carrying a lot of speed.
38.9. Wow.
That's a great lap. Wow.
I don't think if you can do it much better than
Yeah,
that.
I agree. A little bit further.
Benjamin Nelson with 38.821.
Yep.
Wow.
So much for not doing faster than that, huh?
Okay.
That is insane. Watching Joe Burchett now, the driver of the number 16 SWATDust.com Chevrolet, walking out of turn 4. We'll see what Joe can do here. Coming to the start and finish line. And he, this is actually 7th place, 39.237. A little bit further back, Jeff Smith just put down his first lap, currently in 8th. Let's go up a little bit further. Nate Anderson crosses the start-finish line. As he, actually this is his green flag lap now, so we'll stay with Nate for just a few minutes. We'll hop on board here with him. This is a very tough track. You look for a lot of people to get a little bit tight coming out of turn number 2 and smacking that wall, or even getting loose coming out of turn 2. It's a very temperamental racetrack. Sometimes it just don't know what it wants to do. I've always known that about Michigan.
Yeah, this track definitely supports a split personality between cars and trucks alike.
Crossing the start-finish line, Nate Anderson's first lap is going to be a pretty decent one. So 39.437 currently puts him in 12th. Look and see who hasn't done a lap yet that is out on track. Back to Nate now on his second lap. Still a couple of guys out there that. And when you, by the way, guys, if you see the guy that pops up and his name is Wrecked a Guy Once, that is Derek Pemberton. Just to let everybody know. his name got changed because of what happened last week at Pocono with him and Skylar Allen. And it looks like that Nate actually does pick up a little bit of time. However, it keeps him in the 12th spot. Thinking that's all I see. Landon Lacey out on track. He's actually looking for a fast lap. Currently in 8th place right now. And it looks like that's going to be it for him. He's running an old DuPont paint scheme. That's cool looking.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah. If I ain't mistaken, I think Landon's actually getting sent off this Sunday. Is that what it was?
I believe it was. That's what I've heard.
Yeah, I think that's what he told us. So here's the driver number 60. This is somebody that may be able to jump up to the top of the board. Actually, you know what? He's not going to have enough time to complete a lap. James Finn, who I thought would actually be one to start up front, was my pick in the DIYsim.com, do-it-yourself-sim.com. Right now, with 19 seconds left to qualify, I don't think he's going to have enough time to put down a lap.
If he hasn't started a green flag now, I don't think he'll have enough time. He won't.
Yeah, I don't think he has even started a green flag lap yet.
If he can even make it to the line.
No.
Register.
Nope.
Nope.
Wow.
That's going to be a black flag.
That's what I thought, yeah, because everybody has to qualify.
He has to pit under green.
Now, is there can you do that? You could do that as soon as the pace car pulls off, right?
It's really dependent on how the track sees it.
And honestly, I mean, with this track being so big, I don't think you're going to go a lap down. I don't think. But anyway, here we go. We'll take a look here at the grid. And of course, once again, I did not change the Down to Mike's Truck Series. Last time it was Xfinity. Benjamin Elson starting on the pole alongside Todd Cray, Kyle Frame, Jeremy Ringney, Kenton Crossland, Aaron Fowler, Joe Burchett starting in row number 4 alongside teammate Landon Lacey. Row number 5, we got Jeff Smith and Dylan Vose. Keep your eye on that 45. He had a good truck last night at Gateway, so it could be something here to carry over. James Pandolf starting in row number 6 alongside Nate Anderson. Eric Borelli, Ryan Timmel in row number 7. Row number 8, John Ronaldo, Skylar Allen Sr. In row number 9, we got Derek the Wall, Rected Guy Once, I keep butchering it. Pemberton, and Lee Rigney will start beside him. Thomas Jowers Jr. and John Morris in that number 97 will start in row number 10. Row number 11, Eric Mitch. There's actually a couple other guys. James Finn would be beside him, but unfortunately for him, did not qualify. So, pulling out a pole sitter. Benjamin Nelson. I feel like we do this almost every race now. Hey, Benjamin, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Man, you're going to be starting up on the front row here at Michigan. What's going to be the key to keep that car out front?
It's going to take a lot of work, actually, because I just got an EOL for not enough practice, so it's going to be interesting.
Ooh, that's very interesting. Do you think you can work your way back up through there?
Yeah, I'll definitely be patient, though. There's not much room to get around here, even though it looks wide. The turns get really get really narrow.
Real fast, how important is that number 1 pit box?
It's pretty important, especially when the box is very close to the end of pit road. But at Michigan, I think it's a little bit further away, so I don't know how important it is.
All right, man, we're going to be watching. It should be fun watching you come up through the field. So good luck, and we'll be up here watching you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, this is going to get interesting. So who does that actually move up to the front row? Todd Cray?
I'll move Todd Cray to the pole, and Kyle Frame third. I think no.
Who am I seeing?
Now,
is that the 81 on the pole? Wait a minute.
Who's on pole?
Derek Pemberton's on the pole.
What?
Yes.
No, it's showing Todd Cray's. Oh, Todd Cray. Yeah. Okay.
Well.
Okay. Derek Pemberton will lead us to the green flag.
Never thought I would say that one about all my life, guys. I just want to share that. This is, I bet Skylar's back there shaking his head. Please no.
A driver who definitely likes to stick in the middle and the back of the field and work his way up, leading the pull. And we're going to see how he runs this restart.
Green flag out. We are officially green here at Michigan for the BMW of Ann Arbor 150. is Derek Pemberton and Todd Craig. Gosh, buddy, that's hard to say and get used to. As they cross the start finish line.
Like we're gonna be two after fourth, maybe 3 wide coming out of 2.
Landon Lacey puts it 3 wide on the bottom down the backstretch. This is going to get interesting here as we work through the 3 on backstretch here at Michigan. And it looks like he is going to be able to clear Thomas Jowers going into 3. However, that 11 of Jeremy Rigney is right up there as well. Here goes Landon sliding up just a little bit, but able to keep it clear for now. And also, you see that black car he is pitting. That is James Finn making a green flag pit stop.
Yeah, it looks like what some of the drivers are doing. Some are going half on the lower part of the racing surface. The apron is a racing surface on the front stretch. It looks like some of the cars are going full on, some half, some are not even using it. So it's definitely going to see how it works out for some of these drivers.
Here's a remake of last week. Joe Burchett now battling Skylar Allen. This is a battle for 7th place. Or not last week. I think it was the week before last. Actually, it was last week. And Joe able to slide right now in front of Skylar. Now battling Nate into turn 3 in that number 1 car. Joe, not a very big fan here at Michigan, so we'll see if he's able to keep that up and see if he can get a good finish here tonight in the SwampDust.com Chevrolet. And it looks like Jake Film will go 1 lap down. Wow, these cars are scattered all over the place right now.
Yeah, this track is really famous for very quickly spreading out the field into respective groups and causing the occasional yellow flag that may turn into something bigger. It may just stay as a 1-car wreck.
Looks like Skylar's going to battle back on the outside of Joe Burchett right now into turn 3. And Joe taking that low line for now. I would expect that group to move up quite a bit here as this run goes on.
Yeah, and it looks like that outside run is really working for a lot of these cars so far. Skylar Allen didn't get the run he wanted out of it, but a lot of the drivers have been showing, clearing cars by 2 lengths on the stretches.
Looks like Brandon Puffenberger came in late, so we got a caution.
Yellow.
Ryan Timmel. Oh, he is hard in the wall. Yeah, that's going to end his knot. See
Yeah,
what
car
happens.
is destroyed.
Looks like the 84 may have helped him around. We'll get a better view of this. Yep, the 84.
84 to the rear quarter.
And unfortunately for Ryan Timmel, his knot's going to come to an end early tonight. All right, pit road's going to be open. You pit here, correct?
At this point, I think it's going to be scattered, but I think the best idea will be to pit, get tires.
I predict there's going to be people stay out.
I could definitely see.
Somebody that's aggressive, Skylar. That's who really comes to my mind, honestly, because he is aggressive when it comes to pit strategy.
I can see Kyle Frame doing the same. He's running 16th, so I think getting that position, because I think a lot of these guys who stay out, they're going to be anticipating another yellow in the next 5 laps.
Somebody that really hasn't made a big move right now is Benjamin Elson. He's still back in 13th. That's that EOL. I mean, that's a pretty big group. Big pickup. He did have to get an EOL and start at the back, but right now, definitely finding himself in traffic. That could be a factor. So we'll see who all comes down pit road as the cars get ready to drop to the apron here. Looks like Landon Lacey's definitely going to come already.
It looks like Dylan Vos is setting up for a
Landon Lacey stays out. Joe Burchett stays out. Wow. That is not somebody I expected to stay out.
Yeah, Joe Burchett normally is one who favors fresh tires.
That is very surprising. But with that, though, they wasn't the only one that stayed out. A couple guys stayed out. Kyle Frame, like you mentioned, stays out.
Brandon Puffenberger stays out.
Wow. So we're going to watch the race off pit road. Actually, you know what? There's comes the 46 sliding into his pit box, and here we go.
This could be a big gain or loss for Benjamin Nelson, so he's hoping for his pit crew to really be getting those tires on.
Getting passed by a lot of cars right now. He does spin them a little bit, gets beat out by Skylar Allen, but still a pretty good pickup there. Benjamin Nelson picking up 1 spot under that pit stop, so definitely a decent pit stop for him. It looks like Skylar Allen actually lost a little bit of time on pit road. Falls back to, it looks like he lost 2 spots, I believe. All right, guys, we're going to step away. We'll be right back after a quick break from our sponsor.
What it means to take the high road is always to do the right thing. Put the customer first before your own personal self-interests.
Always going a little above and beyond what's expected. We pay attention to what the customers are looking to buy. We find those cars, we recondition those cars above and beyond expectation, and we provide them at a tremendous value.
From the moment a client drives through the door, they're treated as if they're family. We roll out the red carpet for them and make sure that they're taken care of.
If it's their first time driving a BMW, that, like, for me, I think I get more excited than the client does sometimes, just because I know what their experience is going to be. They've fallen in love with the car, they can't get enough of it. That's when they're like part of the BMW family. I like to make my clients feel very, very comfortable, but also give them a lot of product information so they can make a right decision based on actual knowledge. It is one thing to fall in love with a car, but it's another thing to know that you have the capabilities and the performance that you're looking for without question.
It's always exciting seeing the smiles on people's faces when they drive away in their new car.
I have never seen as much passion for the brand. In other words, every one of our salespeople, managers, parts, service, everybody drives a BMW, and I've never seen that before. There's something about this brand that creates a lot of excitement. It's so easy to transfer that to the customer.
We have a very close relationship between the sales and service department. We do a lot of work together. I know all of them on a personal basis. They're all just as passionate about the product as we are, and our clients know that. We get to work on the quality aspect of things more than the quantity.
Our main focus is customer service and excellence. We build strong relationships with each of them, and that's what separates us from other dealers.
Our service department has some of the best technicians in the country.
These people are extremely qualified.
Technology is constantly evolving, and BMW is ahead of the curve with technology, not just with what you can see by pushing a button, but what you feel when you drive the car.
Our overall philosophy and the way we look at business is what separates us from everybody else. Buying a car should be a lot of fun. It should be exciting. It's an expression of the individual. And so the purchase experience should be one that's not dreadful, but one that's enlightening and exciting, and something they can walk out of here feeling that they got a great deal and they were well taken care of and their business is well appreciated.
Back here at Michigan International Speedway for the BMW Ann Arbor 150 for the Go Fast Racing League Lazy Days K&N Series here at Brooklyn, Michigan. Landon Lacey, Joe Burchett. We was just talking under pit right there, or under the break, that these two guys have to seen something. I know James Panoff and Kyle Frame also stayed out. I understand why Kyle did for the positions. But it's very odd to see Landon and Joe stay out. Usually they're first ones on pit road trying to get tires. So they must have noticed something here that's very important. Possibly already thinking fuel strategy is what we're thinking. Or maybe tire, I don't know.
Yeah, tires, the tire run where they get fastest, they may not have even hit it yet, so they may be anticipating a later spike in their speed times.
Keep in mind that Benjamin Nelson is back in 11th. Actually, I believe 12th is where he's restarting. Yeah, he is restarting at 12. So something to keep in mind, as well, as he was our pole sitter, however, did get an EOL. As long as a lot of other guys as well got that EOL. So, I mean, you know, a lot of guys had it when the 17th place car somehow got the pole. Yeah. So here we go. Pace car pulls in. We are green flag back here. And look at that stack up on that outside.
Wow, that's a huge stack up. Yeah. Todd Cray and Kyle Frame definitely not falling for that stack up. And Kyle Frame will actually make a bump on Burchett and look to the high side, as Cray possibly looking to the bottom. No, he's going to follow Burchett and try to get a draft under Frame, but will not get it as Frame cuts low. Get out of turn 2.
Looks like Kyle's going to be able to hold on for third for now. A big wreck, Derek Pemberton.
Wow.
Well, remember when we questioned about them staying out? They might not look too bad right now.
Yep, that's those tires not activating at the right time, and did.
It looks like 45.
It helped. Looked like, yeah, Dylan Vos cut down and actually turned them, and that's going to put a lot of damage on different cars as they get collected by the flipping The 81, that car that was flipping.
Wow.
So it looked like
Trying
it
to
looked like
find-
Alan Fowler might have gotten some damage.
I was trying to
No.
find the 45 and see a better view of this, but it definitely looked like he helped Derek around. Here we go. We'll find out here. Derek was 3 wide in the middle with Nate Anderson on the bottom.
Yeah, it looked like Vos may have gotten a little bit loose and tried to correct it and give it a little too much inside.
Hop on board here with Benjamin Nelson. This should be a fun ride. Riding on board with the 46. Oh yeah, that was a good one. Wow.
Now the question's going to be, for the top 3, do they pit now?
No, they do not. They stay out. Unless they come back down next time. Very odd to see.
It could be something. I'm definitely thinking it's something to do with tires.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Because it looked like a lot of the cars on fresh tires were actually sliding a
Well-
lot more than...
You know, I was sitting here thinking, you know, the rule is to go on green. We know that for this. There's that little slight chance you could go, if you know exactly when the green flag comes out, you could go just slightly before that. And, you know, it looks normal. Landon and Joe could be working with each other like that. I'm just saying
Yeah,
that's a
they could.
possibility, you know what I mean? I don't think they're doing
It
that.
definitely looked like on that first restart they were jumping at the same time.
Yeah. So I'm sure that there was communication going on. Like I said, they are teammates. So the one that does have the freshest tires right now is back and forth. That is Todd Cray. Who else stayed out a few minutes ago because he is nowhere to be seen?
Kyle Frame and Joe Burchett and Landon Lacey stayed out, and I think Todd Cray went for the pits.
Okay, I thought I seen somebody else also stay out earlier. Maybe not. Well, we'll find out as the pace car picks up the field again. Landon, you can see that car I was talking about. Pretty cool looking DuPont car. I never remember Jeff Gordon driving that car. I'm trying to remember when I seen it. I don't know if he actually drove it. Did he? I guess he did.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't recognize
I
it.
don't either. Alright, so we are working our second caution. That was a pretty fast caution there. Just looking through a couple things here. And I'm trying to find something. Alright, so I was going to ask a trivia question. Alright, here we go. This is going to be fun. Who was the 2007 K&M Pro Series East champion? Oh, that's a good one. And I will give you a hint. He is currently in the Cup Series. Answer in the chat.
Yeah, I got no chance on that one. I got
That's
no
a
chance.
tough one, right?
Well,
I will
myself
give hints.
didn't
I'll
even-
give hints, okay? I'll make it multiple choice. Was it Austin Dillon, Joey Logano, Darrell Wallace Jr., or Chase Elliott?
That's
There
a
you
hard
go.
one.
That's a very hard one. That is
And
one of the
there's-
hardest ones I think we've ever asked on here.
Yeah.
Well, I'll
I'm
let you
inclined
know.
to say Chase Elliott, but
Because you know I'm a Chase Elliott fan.
yeah,
Good choice, though.
I'm inclined to say Elliott or Logano, but
We'll let you know before we get to turn 3 on the backstretch. And the question is, if you did not hear it, who was the 2007 K&M Pro Series East champion? And the hint was he's currently in the Sprint Cup Series? Joey Logano, Austin Dillon, Chase Elliott, or Darrell Wallace Jr.? It's actually a very good question. If somebody would have asked me that, I'd just looked at him like, what?
Yeah, well, I'm like my thought process. I don't want to give it away because I don't want to give away an answer.
Landon picks Austin Dillon. That's who he picked.
Yeah, my problem is I think
Jowers
Austin's
is
too
out.
young.
He could be. But remember, Chase Elliott's younger. So is Darrell Wallace.
All right. Oh, this is gonna be a tough one.
All right.
I don't know.
Final answer. Who do you think it is?
I think it's Chase Elliott.
All right. Correct answer is Joey Logano.
Really?
2007. Yes, I did not know that. I actually thought he was in his cut before then.
I at least he was my second choice. I was at least in the
You will
ballpark.
never guess who was the most popular driver that year.
Joey Logano?
No, Jeffrey Earnhardt. Very interesting. I didn't know that either. Pace car pulls in. We're about to go back green flag. Landon Lacey, Joe Burchett. Green flag waves. We're back to green. And that 11 car did not get going as he gets a little bit of wheel spin. That is Jeremy Rigney. And look at that 21 pushing. And the 39 pushing the back bumper of the CFR teammates.
Yeah, they're both looking to make the pass here, and Todd Cray is not one to patiently wait. He'd like to make the pass as soon as possible.
We've seen that, especially knowing who's in this field.
Frame will look to split him.
We know who is in this field, and we know he's coming fast. Currently back in 8th. I'm not going to want to mention his name because most of you all know.
Yep. It's only going to be a matter of time before he joins this battle, and this is going to be a good one.
Joe Burchett taking the high line here through turns 3 and 4. Will he build a clear?
We may be getting ready to go 4. Oh, no.
Who will lead this lap?
It looked like they're...
Joe.
Looks like Joe Burchett.
Wow. Todd Cray moves into second. Wow. Oh, almost cussed out Landon Lacey. That was scary.
Inside. Wow, this is close. This is a very good close racing for the top 10.
I agree.
Oh, we have a wreck starting further back in the field, and they'll get sorted out and save it.
Wow.
That was some excellent driving by James Finn.
I believe that was with Skylar Allen as well. That was mixed up in it, correct? Or was that before?
Eric Minch, Skylar Allen, and James Finn were all involved. And they filtered that out very well.
Well, we're seeing that clean air helps as Joe Burchett still leading the way. How about Nate Anderson taking away second? Wow, where did he come from?
Nate Anderson will look to the inside as Joe Burchett will go high to make a little bit of move on Todd Cray and possibly slow his run. We will go 3 wide.
For the lead. Joe Burchett taking the middle lane. He is able to get out front still.
Yeah.
Barely over Todd Cray right now as we go. Now here's where it's going to be interesting. Joe Burchett put a pass earlier on Landon Lacey on the high side. Can Todd Cray do it as we work into turn 3 and 4?
Yeah, it looks like Todd Cray will get the run off.
Joe gets a little bit of the apron.
Joe Burchett gets a little bit of the apron and gets loose.
4 wide behind him.
Wow.
And that bounces out now to 3 wide. I guess we could call that 4 wide right there.
Just about, yeah. And they'll almost...
Wow.
Looks like there was almost some contact there. This is...
Very close racing here.
This is amazing.
Oh, there we go. Benjamin Nelson with contact. 5 around, 11 around. Benjamin Nelson with a lot of back rear end damage.
Wow.
That was big.
That was big. It doesn't look like Benjamin Nelson got it too badly.
See what happened here. It looked like the 35 possibly came up on them older tires and collects the 11. And the 05 also involved as Jeff Schmidt. Take a look at Landon Lacey, see what he's seen here as caution flies. That could have been a factor of old tires, and we're watching.
Yeah, it looked like
Landon
Lacey got a little bit loose.
Yeah, that was close. That was the 11 came down, but it looked like the 35 went out more. And that's what caused the wreck. So it looks like Landon Lacey caused the caution.
Yeah. And that's a lot of cars taking more damage.
You know, I'm surprised we're having this many cautions right now.
Yeah.
But everybody's so close, you know, and it really seems you could really see that in here.
This is what Michigan's famous for, good close racing. It can produce some separations, but I mean these guys are all fairly in the same skill bracket.
Yeah, this is what Joe Burchett needed. Honestly, he needed that caution. Because I expect
Yeah, he
everybody to
needs
come
tires.
down. Yeah, I expect everybody to come down this time. There may be one or two that tries to stay out here. That was a pretty decent run there, though. Looks like Joe will come down this time. Anybody going to stay out? No, not yet. The 11's thinking about it, and I'm sure he's going to come. It looks like he's got damage, so. I'm sorry, that was the 02. Everybody coming down pit road. Looks like Eric Minch stays out. I'm sure that is more strategy than anything. So he'll get the lap led. So Benjamin Elson's going to be spending some time on pit road, I would say, to go ahead and take that optional and get that car fixed back up. The thing is, though, right now it seems like the middle of the field is the most dangerous right now.
Yeah, the middle of the field's definitely, they've been looking really racy and getting a lot of close racing. There's a lot of guys taking early risks for positions.
You know, Benjamin Elson actually comes out. He does not take the optional. He must not have a ton of damage like I think he has. I don't actually see a lot. I thought he had more than that. He don't actually have.
Yeah, my screen's not showing anything.
Yeah, do they have fast repairs? They don't, do they?
They do not. As far as I will take a
I
look.
didn't think they did.
No fast repairs.
All right, guys. And by the way, Eric Minch, nice car, old throwback paint scheme. We'll be right back after another break.
One of the best parts about owning
What it means to take the high road is always to do the right thing. Put the customer first before your own personal self-interests.
Always going a little above and beyond what's expected. We pay attention to what the customers are looking to buy. We find those cars, we recondition those cars above and beyond expectation, and we provide them at a tremendous value.
From the moment a client drives through the door, they're treated as if they're family. We roll out the red carpet for them and make sure that they're taken care of.
If it's their first time driving a BMW, that, like, for me, I think I get more excited than the client does sometimes, just because I know what their experience is going to be. They've fallen in love with the car. They can't get enough of it. That's when they're like part of the BMW family. I like to make my clients feel very, very comfortable, but also give them a lot of product information so they can make a right decision based on actual knowledge. It is one thing to fall in love with a car, but it's another thing to know that you have the capabilities and the performance that you're looking for without question.
It's always exciting seeing the smiles on people's faces when they drive away in their new car.
I have never seen as much passion for the brand. In other words, every one of our salespeople, managers, parts, service, everybody drives a BMW. And I've never seen that before. There's something about this brand that creates a lot of excitement. It's so easy to transfer that to the customer.
We have a very close relationship between the sales and service department. We do a lot of work together. I know all of them on a personal basis. They're all just as passionate about the product as we are, and our clients know that. We get to work on the quality aspect of things more than the quantity.
Our main focus is customer service and excellence. We build strong relationships with each of them, and that's what separates us from other dealers.
Our service department has some of the best technicians in the country.
These people are extremely qualified.
Technology is constantly evolving, and BMW is ahead of the curve with technology, not just with what you can see by pushing a button, but what you feel when you drive the car.
Our overall philosophy and the way we look at business is what separates us from everybody else. Buying a car should be a lot of fun. It should be exciting. It's an expression of the individual. And so the purchase experience should be one that's not dreadful, but one that's enlightening and exciting and something they can walk out of here feeling that they got a great deal and they're well taken care of and their business is well appreciated.
We're back here at Michigan International Speedway. Adam Chapman, Curtis Martin with you in the booth. Curtis up there eating some chicken. I'm down here snacking on a little Debbie, drinking some Mountain Dew. As we work down the backstretch here at Michigan. Sponsored by BMW of Ann Arbor. Oh, you thought I was going to say 3M. A good race so far. One of the things, yeah, right. One of the things we haven't seen in this league, actually, we haven't really seen aggressive guys in this league. So I'm really liking the racing we're seeing. it's good to know that they're racing really hard. I love it. And I think a lot of it has to do with Benjamin Elson being a little bit further back. He is up to 6 now, but, I think that's got a little bit to do with it. They know that they can get everything they can here early. So we'll see.
Yeah, a lot of the drivers up front when he starts, they try to keep up with him at the entire point of the race. And it's just
it don't work.
Not going to happen.
Pace car pulls in.
His stuff.
And we are green flag waves back here at Michigan International Speedway as we got 22 laps now on the board.
Got a pretty decent run there, and Joe Burchett's just going to follow suit, I think, and get the draft.
How about Nate Anderson? Yeah.
Battling side by side.
That was really close there.
Side by side through a good portion of the field.
We have yet to see drivers really space out. That is one thing I've noticed. These guys, pretty much every car in here has been pretty much really close under a blanket, pretty much near each other. I feel like we're kind of watching a race at Daytona. We do got Todd checking out just a little bit. Joe gets a good run there through turn 3 and 4. But we're watching the battle for third right now. Nate Anderson has a nose out front as we work down into one.
looking to join the fray.
Haven't spoke a lot about Aaron. Usually the guy we speak about towards the end of the race.
Yep. And Benjamin Nelson looking to make it a 4-way battle for third.
All these guys really fast. Working off turn 2.
A lot of these cars are getting real close. 4-way battle for third. 4-way for 7th. Wow.
Yeah, it's a really good racing right now. We are seeing multiple groups, and that's interesting because Michigan is known for multiple groups. Maybe not in real life. On iRacing it is. But usually after just a few laps, you see a lot of cars starting to get, single file, everybody running the same group. We are seeing cars spread out everywhere right now. Bottom, low, high. It does not matter where they're at. They can be in the middle. I mean, they are literally everywhere. Yep. By the way, Joe Burchett slowly starting to run back now. Joe Burchett ran his fastest lap of the race and faster than anybody else right now. 38.984 last time for the driver of the 16. Wow. Yeah, we didn't think we'd see a 38.
That is lightning
at
this point.
I do not think we'd see a 38.
Now the question will be, is Todd Cray, is he relaxing in the corners or is he trying to drive it out? So it looks like he may be relaxing his corners to keep his tires. And
I agree.
Joe Burchett to burn his tires a little bit more.
I agree. Looking a little bit further back in the field, Landon Lacey is happy to work his way back up as you see a lot of sparks flying from that 11 car. But you see Landon gets a run on Skylar Allen, puts the pass on him, doing a crossover down to 74. James Pandolf down the backstretch, down to 3M. Backstretch into the turn 3, sponsored by 3M. And now he's going to be working on John Ronaldo, the driver of the number 23 car, down to Mike's sponsored K&N Series car. And Landon now
James Pandolf's going to look back to the bottom.
Keep your eye on that 74. Starting 11th, currently 12th right now, so he has not made much of a gain yet. But now it looks like James getting a good run here. No, Landon's going to try to split both of these guys. He clears James. Now trying to set his sights on John Ronaldo. Here comes the 45 of Dylan Bose trying to pass the 74.
Ronaldo got in the wall pretty good there.
You're right, yep.
3 entrance. I wonder how much slower that's going to affect him because he's got some big right front damage.
Yeah, I see a lot of damage on that side of the 23 car right now, John Ronaldo. And it looks like the 11 also really plowed in right there as well. I seen some sparks flying off him. That may have been a little bit of lag there. But we'll see. However, the 45 able to clear.
Look to the bottom of Pandolf.
Back up front, nothing's really happening right now. Aaron Fowler trying to run down Kyle Frame. This is a battle for third place last time by. Not much really happening. Aaron Fowler is just showing that he's a little bit faster right now. However, both of these guys currently faster than our second place driver, Joe Burchett, as we work to lap number 28 now. Last time by, it was the fastest out on track was the driver of the 21 car, Todd Cray, with a 39.316.
Yeah, it's definitely looking like now that Todd Cray was relaxing his corners a bit as he's starting to really pull that gap on Joe Burchett.
I think Benjamin Nelson's trying real hard here. I think it really seems like he's actually pushing pretty hard here as well. Sitting here watching
I think
him.
he's gonna use this long run to actually try to get through a lot of this field because he has been relatively fast around the track comparing to some of these drivers. So it's really gonna have to be, if this long run stays, does he have the pit strategy to go get it through?
You know, out of all the things that Benjamin Nelson can do, the only thing that we've ever actually seen him be human in is pit strategy. Sometimes he makes a call a little bit different, and it hurts him. We seen it last night. He even admitted it on the broadcast to us after. And you want to talk about a race last night? Go watch the Truck Series last night from Gateway. That was an exciting race. It was fun to watch.
Like, it was, that last 20 laps was just
Yeah.
absolutely phenomenal.
It
I don't
was.
think I've seen better racing in this league from
Yeah.
that.
And honestly,
amazing.
out of all the tracks, I didn't think Gateway would be the one to produce it.
Yeah, Gateway can be a bit of an interesting beast. It can be a great race, or it can be, you know, a separation fest, or even cautions.
I agree, 100%.
Looks like now we're getting that separation as tires start to wear. A good battle right now on track is John Morris and Eric Borelli battling for that sixth position. Yeah, sixth.
Watching the 22 of Eric Borelli.
Borelli will complete the pass. And it looks like Nate Anderson's looking to that low line to complete that pass John Morris, as Morris will go to the bottom to work on Borelli. Looks like there's going to be a lot of crossing over. It seems like the faster laps are the guys that are leapfrogging through the field to gain positions.
Tell you somebody else that's really starting to make their way up is Kenton Crossland back into 75. He was up to 7th at one time, but he actually started up in 5th place. But he's done a good job so far keeping his car clean as he gets passed by James Finn. Well, maybe. We'll see who gets to run out here in turn 2.
I'm sorry, I'm going to comment on that Mr. Meesinks helmet.
What is it?
It's Mr. Meesinks, I think it is. His name is from Rick and Morty.
Oh.
I probably butchered the name, but that's creative.
Wait, what car are you seeing on him? You said to me, correct?
Yeah, I want to
Okay,
go
yeah.
fast.
The old Ricky Bobby paint scheme.
Yeah. Looks like Todd Cray is... No, never mind. I didn't see. I thought I saw lap traffic.
Todd's actually pulled out to a good lead right now. 2 seconds back. Joe Burchett has actually got his hands full now. Speaking of that, Benjamin Nelson moves into 4th. But Joe right now holding on to 2nd over Kyle Frame, who slides up the track here a little bit.
Has to be an interesting battle between Benjamin Nelson and Kyle Frame.
Yeah, it is.
Is
Very interesting.
Kyle Frame's got points on him, and Kyle Frame needs to stay close to Todd Cray. He needs to get any position he can to keep it close and avoid any fall off on those points as we're starting to get near the close of the season.
You know, these guys are going to be on pit road within the next 10 laps, I would predict. I think they're only running 60% fuel, so I'm thinking within the next 10 laps we'll start seeing some green flag pit stops.
Yeah, I think Benjamin Nelson, I think he's going to want to pit early at this point. With 75 laps in this race, he's going to need the strategy to filter himself forward.
Riding on board with the driver of the 46, you can see Kyle Frame taking a peek to the inside of the 16.
Looks like Joe's going to use that high line runoff to get some separation between him and Kyle Frame.
Very good racing there. A little bit further back, we got the 35 almost going around. Did he spin it? No, saves it. Wow. Gets a little loose on exit. That is Landon Lacey. He's got some damage, though, however, to that left front. Looks like he's got a tire rub and a couple other things there. We'll see what happened here.
Looks like Dylan Vos got tight and actually
You
gave
know,
him a bit of a door check.
believe that is 2 times in one of those makes contact with the car, I think, tonight. And I'm going to be honest, that ain't somebody you want to mess around with too much. Just saying, Landon Lacey is somebody that he don't really care. I'm just going to be honest.
Yeah, he's not a driver to
Rough
be
up.
bumped and not have any.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't rough him up and he'll give it
Whew.
back.
How about this? Kenton Crossland with the gets into the back of James Finn, it looks like, here coming across the straightaway. Actually, it looked like, I don't know what happened there. It looks like they just didn't have enough room, and Kenton falls back a couple spots, but he'll be okay.
And John Morris will look to the inside and use that run he got off of 2 to get past Kenton Crossland going into turn 3. And it looks like James has gotten a bit of an altered entry on a low shifting to high exit. That's to work with him as
Caution.
a yellow.
Oh! I believe that was the 1, I believe. And here goes the 97 also. He's going to have to lock it up, but it looks like he'll be okay. It looks like the 1 of Nate Anderson might have went around. We'll wait and see what happens. The 22, yep, makes contact with the 1. And I believe that's what brought out the caution. Oh, you know what? No, it may have been Landon Lacey in the 23 of John Ronaldo. I don't really know. Or no, the caution may have been out before then. I think the caution was out before then. Wow. So there's actually 2 cautions that actually came. Well, 2 wrecks involved. It looked like Landon actually and John Ronaldo may have got into it, but it looks like the caution was out before them 2 made contact. So we should see definitely our pit stops here as we work our 4th caution of the night. Todd Cray, I know Joe Burchett's very happy to see that. And how about this?
Yeah,
Aaron Fowler actually got back around Benjamin Nelson. Yeah, Benjamin falls back to 5th. He was actually 4th at one time. Wow.
Yeah, this is something he wanted. He wanted that separation.
Yeah. All right.
To be minimized. Now we're gonna figure out where this
Here we
penalty
go.
is.
Yeah, I'm anxious to see that myself. That's a close one.
There's a couple that went on. There's Anderson that got spun,
Yeah.
and Crossland got into Morris. There was like 3 different wrecks that actually
Yeah.
ended up happening.
Well, pit stops are going to be out. Eric Minch staying out for now, as he always does. 46 slides in, barely making his pit box. Wow, that was close. On a hot day like today, concrete, when you that transfer over, you could really slide through your pit box. You got to be careful. Todd Cray's going to win the race off pit road with a 14.35. How about that? Benjamin Elson comes out 2nd. Wow.
Wow, that's when he needed that caution.
Yeah.
Solid.
That is very impressive. How did he do that? 13.9 second stop, and there's another reason. He only spent 37 seconds total on pit road.
Wow.
37.9 when Todd Cray actually spent 38.5. So, yeah, that's a big difference. Be right back.
One of the best parts about owning a certified pre-owned BMW is the inspection that was done to it beforehand. It has to undergo 178-point inspection that's done by a BMW technician that BMW is extremely strict about. The vehicle has to adhere to quite a few different options before it can even be certified.
One of the primary reasons somebody wants to buy a certified pre-owned vehicle is for peace of mind. The manufacturer has very, very high standards for inspection. You want to make sure that you're not going to be spending more money taking care of that car after you bought it.
Certified pre-owned means the car was inspected by the BMW technicians that service the cars from when they were new. The car goes through a pretty rigorous inspection, and it essentially gets put back to as close to new standards as we can possibly make it. And again, you know, BMW doesn't compromise, nor do we. We always take the high road and make sure that we spend a little extra if we need to recondition a car to make it a perfect car.
And I've been in the auto industry for 25 years. I've never seen anything as difficult to get a vehicle certified as it is with BMW. They have a very, very strict policy that they adhere to. It's a pretty small number of cars that actually end up being BMW certified. It takes an elite car. BMW stands behind that car. It has run the gauntlet of what it takes to become a BMW certified car. It's the select vehicles that make it through that process.
Back here at Michigan International Speedway. Sorry about the little frame drop right there, guys. It happens sometimes with the program. Somebody that's made it interesting here is Nate Anderson, or I'm sorry, James Finn up to 5th now. He's somebody that may have something to say about this win as well. He was 2nd fastest in practice, so we'll see. Pace car about to drop in. And we are green flag as it is. Todd Cray and Benjamin Nelson on that front row.
Big run.
Yeah, wow.
Now, it looked like Joe was gonna give Nelson a bit of help, but it didn't look like Nelson got off to the start he wanted to get it into.
So Todd jumps up. That's going to open the door for Kyle Frame on the bottom. He's going to try to pass Nelson, and he will complete the pass on Benjamin.
Anderson also looking to the bottom. Burchett looking for a way around Benjamin Nelson. A lot of these drivers looking for ways around the cars that are around to get any positions they can get, as we are coming to the 34 lap mark to go.
James Finn working underneath the 45 or the 04 of Aaron Fowler. It looks like he's going to be able to slide up in front of him. Kenton Crossland also trying to put his nose in there as well. This is actually a battle for the 6th position. And you see Nate Anderson. Nate Anderson got a little bit of damage, it looks like, on the back end of that car.
It looks like some of these cars are starting to accumulate some damage to the bumping and bashing that's coming out of these turn 2, turn 4 runs.
Looking up front, it is pretty much a 4-car breakaway. Todd Craig, Kyle Frame, Benjamin Nelson, Joe Burchett. Not much of a surprise to see them names up there, to be honest. Nate Anderson starting to work his way up there as well as he works through traffic right now. He does have his nose out front of the 04. Going to put a block on Aaron Fowler here down the straightaway as Aaron gets back up on the apron, back up on the track. We'll see what he does. Look to the inside. Here comes the 04. James Finn also there.
Yeah, James Finn looking for a position around Nate Anderson as well, and he's going to follow Aaron Fowler, but he's going to check up to the high line and follow Nate Anderson. It's going to be interesting to see how some of these lines are working out with this side-by-side racing.
Especially early in these runs like what we're seeing now. That's where things get very interesting. Through the bottom of 3 and 4, it looks like Aaron Fowler takes away that 5th spot, and now a crossover.
With a big crossover, taking it down to that apron, doesn't give him enough momentum to take the position going into 1, though, with no drafting partner on the bottom.
Side by side through turn 1 and 2. Aaron Fowler has a nose out front, but Nate Anderson battled back strong. Here comes the run from the outside, and Aaron Fowler should use that momentum to pull ahead of Nate, and it looks like he will. Meanwhile, up front, Joe Burchett battling Benjamin Nelson. This is a battle for 3rd place. Joe trying to take that spot away right now from Benjamin Nelson, and it looks like Joe Burchett going to take that spot away on the high side through turns 3 and 4. Wow, that was a statement, wasn't it?
He's going to carry a lot of momentum.
Yeah.
Gaining a lot of time
wow.
on Kyle Frame. So it's going to be interesting to see how these slingshot maneuvers are going to work, because as I was saying earlier, you're going to get a lot of these runs and cars move faster.
Something may have happened to Benjamin that last lap. His last time was a 39.9, slowest in the field last time by. So we'll see. I don't know if something may be going on there, or just may, where he pushed up too high or something like that. But Joe Burchett slowly starting to close in on Kyle Frame. Benjamin Nelson starting to get a good run through 3 and 4 as well. Yeah, I'm definitely something just happened at 46 is why he's working his way back up.
Yeah, Todd Craze just loving what he's seeing. Top 3 battling for position. Benjamin Nelson held up in traffic, and he's just running his race with absolutely no fight right now from anyone else in the field.
Battle for 3rd, heating up again. Benjamin Nelson to the outside. Joe Burchett down the back stretch here at Michigan. Going into turn 3, that higher line should pay off from what we're seeing if this continues tonight. It looks like Joe Burchett may let him have it for now, and it looks like the 46 moves into 3rd place here at the exit of turn number 4. Looking a little bit further back, it looks like Jeff Schmidt currently working on the 11. Right now for 14th place. Also in this mix is Brandon Puffenberger. Barger. I know that's wrong, by the way. I'm butchering his last name. Up in front of them, John Morris, Landon Lacey. John Morris in 13th, Landon in 12th. Pretty much everybody's single file at the moment. Waiting for something to heat up. As soon as it does, we'll go to it. Here's Skylar Allen, Dylan Vose. This is a good battle here for 10th place. Dylan looking underneath Skylar through the exit of 4. Not going to be able to take it. Skylar gets the momentum out of 4. Carries it down to straightaway.
And it looks like Vose is really looking like a different driver than he did it earlier in this race, as he was having some issues keeping the car from getting too tight and sliding up, but he's looking a lot more.
He's showing patience, yeah, I'm seeing a lot more patience coming out of that 45 as well. Pretty much, guys, nothing really going on up front. We are starting to have a battle slowly start to heat up for second. If that continues to start to pick up there a little bit, we'll go to it. But here comes the 45 underneath Skylar Allen. Looks like Skylar is just going to give way for now. Meanwhile, for second, Kyle Frame, Benjamin Nelson.
Frame will hold that preferred higher line going into 1, but it looks like he's just going to back off and let Nelson have the run. No, he's just going to back off his corner and put a huge counterattack coming out of 2 on Benjamin Nelson. And
that is
that second place position.
You know, I am seeing a little bit of an issue here with the 46, and I say that because one thing with Benjamin Nelson, he don't have a lot of problems. So when he does, we really pick up on it. We're noticing if he does not get that high line, he really struggles on the bottom. I've noticed that for about the last 5 times, including when he made a pass. He had a complete pass on the high line. I think that's what it's going to take as well to pass Kyle Frame.
Yeah, it looks like Kyle Frame's really liking that high line. He's not looking to surrender it at any point. He'll even give up the position to Benjamin Nelson, looking low just so he can have that runoff.
Yeah, that is huge right now. It seems like that high line really preferred right now in the middle of this run. We got 26 laps to go. I think we're going to actually have to pit one more time. This actually could have come down to a field mileage race. We are 11 laps in on this race and 26 laps to go. This could be a field mileage run, but we're thinking they're going to have to pit unless a caution was to come out.
That's what it's looking like. It looks like it looks like they're going to be a couple laps short, so they may have to just clutch it through the whole corner, but I don't think that would be advisable for keeping time for somebody like Todd Cray or Benjamin Nelson. That might slow them down too much.
Watching a good battle back here. All 5 of these cars under a blanket from John Morris all the way back to Dylan Vose. Kenton Crossland trying to catch up as well back in 15th. Make that Skylar Allen also involved in this now. He just took over 9th place from Morris a second ago.
This mid-pack
Skylar's pitting.
Is definitely on
strategy.
Right idea.
Yeah, I believe it is.
If they're short, he's got the right idea.
Yeah, I think so. Because now no matter what, you're good to go. Joe Burchett also on pit road.
Yeah, if they're short, this is the right idea.
I agree. 100% agree. Because now we know for a fact they can make it 25 laps. We know that. We've seen it do it. Make that 24 laps. We've seen them do 24 laps already. So.
And Burchett slides through his box. He's
that's not good.
Time with that.
It all depends on when Todd and them pit. You know, honestly, out of all these guys, I look for Benjamin to be the next one to hit pit road.
Yeah, and as he's still battling Frame, using a much-needed fuel, if he's going to stretch it, he's got to either close this fight or check out of it.
Aaron Fowler just on pit road as well.
I think this will confirm this field is short.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
With all the drivers pitting, it doesn't look like even clutching is going to save it.
Landon Lacey just drove up a little high right there about the 11, it looks like, of Jeremy Rigney. Looks like Landon was possibly trying to put a pass, but Rigney slid up just a little bit and Landon backed out of it, so he's going to fall all the way back to 12th right now. Just looking through the field, Benjamin Nelson still working on the back end of Kyle Frame. And look, Benjamin Nelson looking to the high side. We mentioned it. That's where he's going to have to make his pass right now if he completes it.
Yeah, position's looking good now. He's got to work on that run out early, or he's not going to get it, and he's going to get it, and Kyle Frame's going to be trapped down the bottom and unable to get that run.
There's the run out. There's the position. 46 into the second position. Watch for him to pit, though. I do not think we're going to see Benjamin Nelson run this to the end. I would be very surprised if we see it. For now, though, he is staying out. Him and Todd Cray both.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to try to save it. I think one of these two may try to save.
Honestly, if I'm Todd Cray, I'm pitting before Benjamin Nelson does. You don't want to wait too late. If
Benjamin Nelson starts possibly clutching on his entrance.
It's a good possibility. We'll hop on board here and listen.
Yeah, I thought I heard his RPM drop while I was following him.
Also bring down a drop tab to watch his RPM as well.
Nope, not that time. It sounded like he just drove it.
Looks like he just lets off really early. See if he does it here in one as well. Kent Crossland also on.
Finn to the pits.
One thing you got to watch out for, by the way, is green flag speeding penalties. You don't want that to happen. Kyle Frame on pit road. So we're seeing it.
I don't know if waiting is good for either Cray nor Nelson.
Yeah, I agree. I do not like the idea of waiting. We've seen it happen last night with Roy Schiavano and Nelson.
Dylan Vos will get a good run off his out lap and get past Finn. So it's looking like they can go to the pits without actually going a lap down. So this might be a very interesting point for Nelson and Cray.
There they come, pit road.
There we go.
How much time did they give up to Joe Burchett? And we know Joe lost a little bit of time there because he had to back up through his pit box. But the question is going to be how much time did he actually make up after that, as well as who else was it that came in? Kyle Frame. Wait, Kyle Frame's back in 17th?
Yep, and Dylan Vos to the lead.
Kyle Frame had 28 seconds. I bet he got caught speeding on pit road.
Yep.
Wow.
That'll really shuffle up the field.
Yeah, it will. So Dylan Vos takes the lead. James Finn's going to drive by him. Fresh tires. So you see what the difference in fresh and old tires do. Joe Burchett goes around Benjamin Nelson and Todd Cray by a lot. About a 2-second gap right now between Joe and Benjamin. But how about that? Benjamin beats Kyle out of pit road. Wow. That's big, yeah. Todd Cray had a 15.3 second stop. Benjamin 13.8.
These are some fast stops.
Now, I know Joe actually did miss his box, like you said. However, his pit time is way better than everybody else on pit lane. He only spent 35 seconds on pit lane. You know what? He took 2 tires.
Yep.
Yeah, because he only had an 8-second stop.
He knew what he needed. He needed fuel and maybe a little bit of tire to keep it going.
I don't know if I like that. I'm going to be honest. I don't quite know if I like that. I think he might need a caution. I don't know, though. I mean, you have to try something. You got a big advantage right now. Well, 1.8 second gap over Benjamin Nelson. You got to try something, and I think this is actually a right move to try, possibly.
Yeah, it's 2 tires, and it's 2 tires works to an extent of how you drive. If Joe's gonna run this car as hard as he can around the track, it's not gonna work. But if he runs a more relaxed drive and just stay consistent, this could very well pay off.
Well, just to let you know, 38.938 for Benjamin Nelson last lap, fastest lap of the race for anybody.
Wow.
Yeah, that's insane. We've only had 3 drivers hit 38. That is Benjamin Nelson, Joe Burchett, and Aaron Fowler. So I'm thinking that Joe is going to want to give it up first. I really think so. Whether he gives up second or third, that's to be determined. We got 15 laps to go. Joe's going to need a caution, I think. And that's what Dylan Vos, Jeremy Rigney, Jeff Schmidt, Lee Rigney, that's what they're out there for. You know, these guys are actually battling for 5th right now. But there's a chance we could see one of them guys try to stretch it. You can see these guys up front right now. Dylan Vos leads the way. Jeff Smith's on pit road. And it looks like Benjamin Nelson does get around Joe Burchett. Kyle Freeman and Joe Burchett make contact. A little bit of a tire rub, or not tire rub, but a little bit of
Nelson and Burchett.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, that's what it was. I'm Kyle Frame. I get confused. And there goes Joe Burchett. Contact with the 84. I don't even see the 84.
Wow.
Oh, 84 disconnect because of he hit the X limit. Wow. Boy, that ain't going to make Joe happy, is it?
No.
See what happened here. Joe goes to the bottom.
Rigney made a huge cut down against.
You know, I don't think he thought Joe was going to actually be there. I mean, he may have been actually diving in for the turn, since it was interim. But I mean, honestly, I don't know. That was strange. I don't know what he's seen there, but unfortunately for Joe, he's going to lose at least fall back to third right now. And not very far in front of Aaron Fowler.
Yeah, it looks that damage looks like it's going to be slowing him down.
Yeah,
on
a lot.
Right side, his right
I
side
agree.
Side's looking.
And looking throughout the field, there's actually a couple guys that only took 2 tires. Nate Anderson took 2 tires. The 02 of Brandon took 2 tires. Skylar Allen possibly 2 tires there. James Pandolf 2 tires. James Finn 2 tires. A lot of 2 tire stops throughout the field. But we're seeing the tires that matter the most is the 4 tires. Dylan Vose, Jeremy Rigney still staying out right now. Benjamin Nelson is up to third. Are they really going to try to stretch this out?
It looks like Dylan Vose and Jeremy Rigney are in this for the long haul. They're going for the win or last place.
Well, I'm going to be honest. Benjamin's not going to catch them. I mean, he's 21 seconds behind them. He's not going to catch them if they can save.
12 laps.
That's a
My
lot.
question is, that's a lot of fuel saving you have to do unless they're already in.
Yeah, I agree. Oof, I don't know.
Is it impossible? No, but is it a huge stretch? Definitely.
Yeah, that's a big stretch, man.
Dylan Vose is a driver that knows how to manage his fuel, and I think he may have a lead on.
Yeah, he's got it. He's got a chance. But, you know, whether he makes it or not, you can't give these guys bad for trying something to beat, you know. You weren't going to win this race unless you try something.
Exactly.
You
And
know?
all Benjamin Nelson can pray for is those top 2 cars run out of gas.
Yeah. 'Cause I'm going to be honest, I am pushing it to the last drop if I'm to 45 and 11.
Oh, yeah.
And if a caution comes out, they're good.
Oh, yeah, this is going to hurt a lot of the drivers that pit, but it could also save a lot of drivers.
I agree.
You know, Eric Minch and Jeff Schmidt are both 1 lap down, so that may hurt them, but a lot of this field is spread out and possibly looking for a yellow to bunch the field back up.
Joe Burchett really struggling now after that damage. Just getting passed by Nate Anderson last time by it. Drops Stroh back to 7th for now. We'll continue watching that as well. Here comes James Finn taking a peek under Landon Lacey. This is a battle for the 12th position. Landon really driving.
Morris is going to make a peek at below Lacey. Oh, and he's even going to get a huge run on James Finn. And he's going to push him in front and put a slide job there as James Finn actually gets below Morris, and Morris will lose 2 positions off that overdrive.
You're on replay. You're on replay. I was like, wait a minute, what do you see it is? Because I'm looking at something completely opposite. We got somebody coming on pit road. Jeremy Rigney. The 11 making a stop.
Or can Dylan Vos make it?
Man, I don't know.
7 laps?
8 laps to go right now.
8 laps?
Yeah, 15 seconds back is Benjamin Nelson.
Wow.
You know, honestly, though, looking at the times with Benjamin, I think Benjamin's still going to catch him, possibly. He's a second and a half faster each lap.
If Vos doesn't have the gas and has to clutch, Benjamin Nelson
Yeah,
will catch them.
yeah, I agree. He
And it
complete.
looks like Vos is
He's out.
clutching. Yeah, he's out of gas.
He pushed it to the last minute. You can't blame him at all.
And Rigney is out of the pits, going to. No, he's not going to the lead. What?
No, I thought he was too. No, he is not.
Yeah, okay, Benjamin Nelson will be taking the lead.
Wow. So after all this, our original pole sitter, who got a black flag, has led.
Currently first place.
Yeah, is currently first place. Has not led a lap, by the way, all race. Will lead this lap, most likely. Unless something happens. That's crazy.
It's going to all come down to Todd Cray and Benjamin Nelson. Does Todd Cray have the car to catch Benjamin Nelson?
And I don't think so. 56 seconds back. Wait, how is that? That ain't right. 3 seconds back, sorry. 3 seconds back. I apologize. Last time by, Benjamin Nelson faster, 2/10. The only drivers out there on the 39. Second lap. So we're about to come to 5 to go here for the BMW of Ann Arbor 150. Keep in mind, guys, we are live back here again tomorrow night for the Xfinity race. Joe Burchett's actually going to be racing that as well. I believe he's racing it. Be his first Xfinity Series start for Go Fast.
Like, that time by, who's faster? Benjamin Nelson by half-tenth, just about?
Yes, that's what I'm saying too, half-10.
I believe he's good to go to the end, so...
How about this O2? Brandon Puffenbarger, he actually did not start. He actually went a lap down, I believe, because he had to start from the pits. Or he didn't get his minimum thing in or whatever. He didn't put no laps in. And he comes out here, currently on the fifth.
He started out a lap down. It was a lap down for a decent portion of the race, but it seems like he's pulled it together, gave himself a good race so far.
And running down Nate Anderson, he's actually been faster the last few laps. So this race is not over between these two guys by any means. Nate Anderson also trying to have a good night, though, currently in 4th. So we'll see what happens with that. Everybody else pretty much spaced out. James Finn and Kenton Crossland still racing each other really hard for 12th.
These two have been back and forth this whole race. It's been interesting watching.
1 second, it's James out front. The next lap, it's Kenton. So you just never know who's going to be able to get it. This time it looks like James actually may have a nose out in front of him here. And it looks like he's going to take that spot away for now. Of course, you just never know what that high line is going to do.
Now, it looks like some of the guys are getting runs off, and at this point, it looks like the low line is getting a little bit of a better run than the high line.
Yeah, you know, yeah, he put his tires on the apron there. Huh. White flag. Never mind, I lied. That's the next time by. I thought we was in turn 3.
Kyle framed to the inside of Skylar Allen, and he
wow.
was like 8th.
Skylar all on the back bumper right now. Woo, gets a little loose as he drops on the apron. Meanwhile, as we watch this battle, the white flag's about to wave. Skylar looking underneath Kyle. He's going to slide up a little bit and not going to be able to take that. Up front, we're going to see the white flag this time for the 46 of Benjamin Nelson.
He's got a 4-second gap, but he can comfortably drive his way back.
Congratulations, Jesse. That is awesome, man. Jesse won the NIS tonight.
Nice. Great job.
Yeah, sweet, man. So, Benjamin Nelson about to cross the start-finish line. 3 and 4, 4.5 seconds ahead now. Well, 4.3 seconds ahead. Over Todd Cray, who's going to keep his points lead no matter what. Out of turn 4, Benjamin Nelson will start from the back, go to the front, and only lead just a few laps to do it. Wow. How about that race? That was a good race.
Kevin Harvick style.
That was. The closer, man, I'm telling you. Todd Craig crosses in second. Aaron Fowler managed to battle back in a good, strong third place. Brandon Parfenbarger gets run Nate Anderson for fourth. Nate finishes fifth. James Pandolf, the third, finishes in sixth place. Joe Burchett finishes in front of Kyle Frame as seventh and eighth. Skylar Allen and John Morris, your top 10. Well, you know what that means. You know what time it is again. Well, you get to interview the one and only Benjamin Nelson. I feel like it's just every day, man, we interview this guy. This is a good win, though. That was a great win.
Fantastic. When he earned it, starting from the back all the way to the front and only leading a few short laps, he really deserved this one.
Yeah, I agree. That was a very fun race to watch right there. We're watching
him. The last 20 laps were just heating up.
It really was. For once, a pit stop goes Benjamin Nelson's way.
Yeah, definitely after last night, this is one thing he really wanted to see, and he'll see it.
Hey, Benjamin, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Man, the pit stops finally work out your way. You managed to get back around all the cars that pit a little bit earlier and work your way back up. After you did get the pole, but had to drop to the back of the field. What was it like working up through them?
Oh, it was tough. I got to be honest. If I didn't get in front of Todd there, I'm not sure if I could have got that. I was really bad at passing people, and he had the best car throughout most of the race, and I feel like I was missing something, and I got something from those battles earlier in the race, and I was able to pull away at the end, but he had such a great car.
Yeah, we watched you earlier come down pit road, and it looked like that first pit box was pretty big for you. We only seen you make a couple passes as well on the high side, and it seems like you was having trouble passing on the low side. Was you feeling the high side was the way to go as well?
Yeah, at least the way I was running the low side, it wasn't working at all. I really needed to get to the outside to make any sort of pass, especially out of two. It was bad on the bottom.
How much does this help you for tomorrow for the Xfinity car? This is a whole different car, I know, but does it help you coming in here tomorrow with the Xfinity?
Yeah, with the little bit of testing I did, it doesn't drive that differently, actually, with the new low downforce package. It's definitely tighter than it was before, so it's very similar to this car. Hopefully it helps with the tire saving and everything.
Good job, man. Another win for you. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, all my YouTube followers in their YouTube channel, and Todd Cray. I know the feeling of getting second after leading a lot of the race, for sure. Also, my team Nexus Esports and CFR TV for putting on such a great podcast. I can't wait to go back and watch it. I do every time. And also, Nate Anderson, Skylar Allen, John Ronaldo, Eric Manch, Eric Borelli, all those guys, they put on such a great league. I love it every week.
Good job, man. Congratulations. Another win for you.
That was a hard-fought win, I'm telling you.
Good job, buddy. Next up, Todd Cray, as we get ready to bring him down. Todd will finish in second place tonight. Hey, Todd, you got a copy?
Yep, gotcha.
Man, you led 44 laps tonight, finished in second. I just got done talking to Benjamin, and he said if he would have not made it out in front of you on that last pit stop there, he don't think he would have been able to catch you. Is there something you could have done a little bit different in your mind to get out in front of him on that pit stop?
Yeah, struggled on the pit tonight. Had a good car. I don't think I had anything for him. I mean, once again, Ben was a class of the field. He came from the back right to the front. There was a lot of cautions there. I kind of got out a couple seconds, maybe two and a half seconds out. Yeah, I just maybe a couple of those cautions, if they didn't happen, maybe I would have been able to, have something for him. But almost 5 seconds down here is, it's almost like putting pins in my eyes in these races.
Just to let you know, you spent whenever that pit stop actually happened, you spent a total of 2 seconds extra on pit road. I don't know if that means anything to you or not, but I just wanted to let you know. 2 seconds total on pit road, not count the stop. So it was actually 4 seconds, which is what you lost by. So, pretty interesting there. But talk a little bit about tire wear, man. How tough is this place to pass on once the run really gets going?
Actually, I didn't really have a chance to really have to pass too many guys tonight. You know, I think that last run I might have went a little too hard there. Maybe should have just eased up a little bit the first 5 laps and then seen if I could have kept pace. But you know, the pit stops definitely hurt. I got to get better on pit road. Been trying to get a little practice in, but now we're losing on pit road. So there's not much I can say. Congratulate Benjamin on his win and go back to the drawing board once again.
Yeah, man. Very interesting race tonight, and you still keep your points lead, so that's definitely a plus in your mind as well. Anybody want to give a shout out to?
BMW, you know, Go Fast Racing, Center Force TV. You know, pit crew needs to get better. I'm going to get on them this week and have a little meeting tomorrow morning and see if we can get a little bit better.
I hear you, man. Congratulations, second place.
All right, thanks, fellas.
Thanks, man. That was second place runner-up Todd Craig. Next up, we bring in Aaron Fowler, who brings in or finishes third tonight. Started back in sixth place and had a good run. Aaron, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
So you started back in sixth. What was it like trying to travel up to the field there?
Oh man, it was hectic. You know, there's a lot of fast guys up front. Kyle Frame, you know, Todd Craig, Benjamin Nelson. And they're all quick. You know, I should be sitting in position 4 right now because, you know, Kyle Frame got caught speeding on pit road.
Right.
But, yeah.
I want to ask you kind of the same question I asked Ben Nelson. You run the Xfinity series as well, correct? Yeah, you do. Do these cars, you know, kind of drive similar to that? Will this help you for future races, including tomorrow's race here as well?
I mean, Michigan's not one of my best tracks, so this is actually a surprise for me. I probably won't be racing tomorrow, but if I were to race, I'd say maybe a solid top 10.
Well, you managed to get third here tonight, man. We watched you really work around a lot of traffic there for a long time and still managed to get third. Anybody want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, Lazy Day Racing, of course. You know, they're awesome. I've learned a lot from them guys in the short time that I've been with them. Go Fast, Skyler and Nate and Eric. They all throw this stuff together every week, and it doesn't disappoint. It gets more fun every week, and I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Great job, man. Seriously, that was fun to watch you work around all them cars tonight. So congratulations, and talk to you soon.
All right, man.
Thank you, buddy. All right, next up, let's bring in, as we always do, Nate Anderson, Skylar Allen. Nate, you had a good run tonight.
Yeah, I know. I got lucky, I guess you could say.
Let me ask you a question. You actually decided to take 2 tires there on that last stop. From what I've seen, you took 2 tires. How was they holding up after that long run?
Maybe the last 5 laps, I was losing a little bit of time to the guy behind me. I got into the wall just a little bit, and he passed me for position. But other than that, it wasn't too bad. I tried 2 tires early on in the race, and they worked. They worked decent, and I didn't have a problem with it, so that's why I went with it again.
Yeah, we watched you actually start towards the middle of the pack as well. You started up in 12th, I believe. I think that's where everybody started. I know it might be a little mix-up because some of the wave rounds and stuff like that, but you really had a good run tonight, man, so good job on that. Skylar, let me ask you. You finished ninth place after starting towards the back as well. You started 16th from what I'm seeing. Of course, with the drop backs and all that, I don't really know exactly where you started. But what was it like for you? You was in a pack and pretty much under a blanket all night as well with a lot of cars.
Yeah, man, I keep getting better each week.
Yeah, I'm seeing that as well.
One of these days we'll get up there, but I was going to try to play a little bit of strategy, and unfortunately it kind of backfired. And I kicked off pit stops there for that final pit stop, and I was hoping to not drag everybody with me. I was hoping everybody was going to stay out and hope for a caution and we wouldn't get one, and I'd be able to make up some time. And it just didn't work out in my favor. The EOL penalties really didn't help me any. It doesn't feel like anybody on the outside. I felt like everybody that got the EOL
was on the inside.
Were drivers that were on the inside. And so being on the outside, Nate and I didn't get to reap the rewards that you typically would see of those that didn't meet the practice expectation. And I don't know how much of that information is divulged during the broadcast, but the reason those drivers are dropped to the back is they didn't meet a certain requirement of practice.
Right.
And we feel like, one, if I go back and review, I almost feel like some of those drivers are the ones that are causing some of our cautions. So we're working to try and improve that, and our rules are pretty much the way they are for the remainder of the year. We'll look at making some changes for 2018, but the races, man, I was racing at one point for like 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th. And I was just having a blast. It didn't matter. It never really mattered that I was racing for, 15th position. It was just so much fun. And I did get a little bit of time on a few drivers with pitting, 4, 5, 6 laps before them, and that helped out a little bit. And then we had, some drivers speed. We had some drivers that were going to try and stay out and save fuel. And I feel like if you were going to try to save fuel, you really were going to have to be saving the entire last run. You weren't going to be able to make it only saving half the run, because you were going to need, I think we went green with 35, 36, 37 to go, and everything that I did in practice told me 30 was right around the magic number. You just can't, if you're not saving the whole run, I don't think you're going to save 5 or 6 laps worth of fuel. So, so their misfortune was my fortune, and that put us there in 9th place inside the top 10. So, looking forward to the BMW of Ann Arbor race here tomorrow in the Xfinity Series.
This will be fun.
That's going to be fun. I feel like that car drives a little bit better out here.
Right.
I could get a hell of a run off of turn 2 every lap, but I couldn't get the car to turn down
in 3 and 4.
In 3 and 4, and so all the time I was losing was in 3 and 4, because I could pull right up alongside a guy on the outside of turn, coming off of turn 2, but when it came to go into 3 and 4, I couldn't get the car to turn like it needed to, so that really killed all that momentum that I was gaining off of 1 and 2.
Well, man, another good night, another good race as always. 9th for you, 5th for Nate.
Yes, sir.
Talk to you all tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Have a great night. Thank you again.
Thank you, Nate.
Yep, thanks for all your good work there, Adam.
Oh, you bet, man. All right, Curtis, thoughts?
I thought it was a fantastic race. Had a few little hiccups with yellows, but the racing was close and very, very competitive, as we saw.
Yeah, you can take a look here at your results. Everybody pretty much really fast throughout the night. We see some drivers that was actually back in the field right now. As you look here, they was actually up front for some of the race as well. So the race was really great in my opinion. As we take a look real fast at the race summary, four cautions for 15 laps, not bad. 5 lead changes only, however 75 laps complete. Bitter Nelson becomes your winner here once again tonight. So a great race by everybody. Once again, guys, we'll be live tomorrow for the BMW Ann Arbor 200 from Michigan. That's going to be a fun one. I believe it's 92 laps, so it should be a little bit more fun race and see how these guys do. So thanks everybody again for watching. As always, I'm Adam Chapman, and that's Curtis Martin. We'll talk to y'all later. See you guys.
And the 03 will get a little bit of a jump at the start. Bitter Nelson will not jump